I got the venom.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, man? Shit.
Hello.
How y'all feeling, man?
Hey, great. I'm glad to be back.
Hey, Sarah, how you feeling? She said she's great. If y'all can't hear. She's gonna be painting throughout the podcast. A genius at this art stuff. Check her out, Sarah Claiborne. Yeah, she's not cheap, so make sure.
Hell yeah, you gotta come with it.
Come correct.
Come correct.
You got any financing options available?
Klarna, Afterpay, something.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and introduce everybody.
Yeah.
We've got my brother, my
What's
best
up, guys?
friend.
What's up? It's fresh off the plane from LA. It's Newman.
Hey, you look jet lagged, boy.
I live jet lag.
We've got the legend, Scotty Sandwich.
I don't
Hey.
have any
Hold
cool
on,
like
hold on.
hype phrase. I
What
got
kind
you.
of bread?
I like that. Which is the one that gives me the wow 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 wow.
I took it out.
You took out
There's
the
a laugh though.
wow.
There's a laugh though.
I like to laugh. Next time a couple years from now, next time on the show, we need to get a sad trombone. So when I say something stupid, you go,
Hey, y'all heard it? Y'all heard it? It's going down.
It's
Let's
going
go.
down.
I want
The
the sad
Balushi
trombone.
podcast with royalty-free sounds.
Look,
Royalty free
hey,
sounds.
y'all
coming
didn't
to a
tell them we
city near
record
you.
our own.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, show
Oh,
them. Which one is it?
That's
The
great.
Chewbacca,
That's
the
him, that's
Chewbacca
him.
sound.
I like that.
Oh man, what's up, Sarah? What you think about painting?
I have no idea.
She don't either.
My color is red.
See, none of us know what's
Yeah,
gonna
we
happen.
just gonna
because
see.
we didn't even know what we're gonna talk about, but we just
That's
know
true. We just gonna
we
be
want to
excited.
bring y'all the vibes.
So this is what happens when you bring a punk rocker on a podcast. We have no plans.
Hey, he showed me a new handshake. Y'all want to see? You want to see our new handshake?
Wait, what?
Oh wait. Hey,
Dude,
Mom, I'm a punk rock star now.
do you know how to always make a high five work?
Go
every
for the
time?
elbow.
I'm terrible.
Thank you. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He
said that.
He said that.
You look at
Look
the
at the
elbow.
elbow.
Look at the elbow. Every time. Give him a right to right. If you look at the elbow, you will hit it every time.
Damn.
There you go. Now you're a knowledge podcast. Look at knowledge.
Whoa.
Throwing spin knowledge.
Now you know.
That's all y'all need to
Look at
know.
the
Knowledge.
elbow.
Thank y'all for watching. That was episode
it.
4 of the Balushi
That's
podcast.
it. Let's wrap it up.
It's only going downhill from here. I know that.
Hey, it's all good. We want to entertain the people because it's a lot of stuff on the news and stuff that we don't really, you know what I mean? We want to show something that's more positive,
Yeah.
you know, and just you know,
Wholesome.
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 Man. We're
We're
all
wholesome people,
nice
man.
people
We're
here.
wholesome.
Yeah, we are very.
Very, very angelic.
I definitely don't want to fucking punch Kyle Rittenhouse in the fucking face at all. I do not want to
Not
do that.
at all.
That's at the
No,
end.
I
That's
definitely
at
do
the
not
end.
want to punch him. Yeah,
Hey,
we're good.
it's all good. It's all
Damn.
good.
Oh, yeah.
But man, you just came out the flight. How do you feel?
Man, I feel great, bro. Shit, it's the first time I've been in North Carolina in almost a year. Man.
You know what? You know what else is the first for?
What's that?
You being on a podcast.
It's the first podcast I've ever been in.
That's
in
my
home
brother,
state,
y'all.
man. In
That's my
home
brother, y'all.
state.
That's who I moved to West Virginia. Not West
This
Virginia.
man.
I
He's the one that's
say
really
West
jet
Virginia
lagged.
every episode. I'm not I'm driving
Cross
like.
Vegas.
Nah, but how's LA treating you, man? I already know how it's treating you,
I'm
but
tired as fuck, but it feel good though. It feel
hey,
good.
hey, that's a good thing, man.
Hell yeah.
We really put in an insane amount of work.
Man, shit. Where do we even begin with that shit?
I
bro?
don't know where we begin with it, but so
shit.
what? Oh, this looks great. We got 3 cameras, man, and it's all in 4K. Yeah,
Shit,
what y'all know
4K.
about that? Come on, man.
Oh, my tattoos really look really good in those
look,
cameras.
show them off.
Yeah,
No.
the HDR is gonna really let the reds.
Larry Wayne tattoo on Instagram.
Hey, no, shout him out, shout him out.
Larry Wayne tattoo on Instagram and Legacy Irons down in Greensboro.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah. Get your tattoos.
follow
man.
them.
My boy.
Book them.
Carolina
Because
stuff.
you see the work. The
I
work
got-
speaks
I
for
work-
itself.
I
I got fucking
Oh, you got the Ghostbusters?
I got fucking Slimer, man.
That's from Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I was like,
It's gonna be a good episode.
this is gonna be a great episode. But my brother.
Yeah, what's up?
So man, how's it feel like being famous out in LA, man?
Shit, I don't know about the famous aspect of it, but man,
But we're around a lot of
it's
famous
crazy,
people.
though. Yeah, no, it's crazy shit. Because I mean, like coming from West Virginia and me coming from like Eastern North Carolina, where I'm originally
Small
from.
towns.
Yeah, it's
Shout
like,
out your hometown, man.
Man, Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, man.
Hey,
Shout
say it
out,
again, say it
man.
again.
Atlantic Beach, North Carolina.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks, you know what I'm saying? We
Oh.
have a whole Netflix documentary.
Right, y'all got a whole
Oh.
show.
Yeah.
Whole show.
There's a whole river that goes straight to Chapel Hill, right?
Man, they fucked that shit up.
Hey, it's all good,
yeah,
man.
But nah, yeah. So it's been good though. It's like I said, coming from like a small town and shit, and going to LA, that's a big jump as is. And then on top of that, like we hit the ground running like right when we got there.
Crazy,
Shit,
bro.
fucking, like,
Even with the COVID, man, we moved during
packed everything up in our cars, motherfucking
drove
drove across the entire
country.
country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, we stopped at Joshua Tree, like 78 miles from LA.
Nice.
This this is in the summertime. Bro,
That shit fucking like
remember
red
the
sky,
forest
smoke
fires?
everywhere.
It was so bad that we stopped at a Walmart to get I got a kombucha.
It's bad.
I look up.
You got a kombucha? Kombucha? Like, I was gonna ask about the pearl necklace. Like,
Yeah, man. Shit. I've been rocking pearls recently because I mean, like, no, I like being different. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole
Nah,
brand.
it's pearls for the girl. That's what he's doing.
No,
That
fair.
too. That too.
Yo,
Don't
like,
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
I get it. I got a Marge Simpson thing. Like, I get it. Like, we're
Nah,
cool.
but see,
Like, I get
feel
it.
like I feel like it's one of those things. Like with the pearls, like I feel like chains are great. Like I fuck with chains and shit too. But like I'm all about my brand is being different. Like I like standing out and just doing shit that nobody's ever expected
What
to see.
you
before.
trying to say, man?
Man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I
What
bust
you
out my
tryna say?
pearls,
What you
man.
tryna
I bust
say,
out my
man?
pearls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, he got the pearly
I'll
whites to
ride
smile with, and he got the pearls around his neck. That's his
That's fact,
signature.
yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
when he saw my mom, the first thing my mom said, "Oh, I got a lot of pearls."
His mom already said she's gonna give me some pearl Scotty Sandwich.
Real legend.
Real legend.
He just looks like a legend.
He does. Yeah.
I look like a fucking person who's way too old to be doing punk rock and
Hell no.
You look like you got some stories.
You blend right in.
You look like you,
You
got a
blend
story.
got
right
some
in with this,
stories.
man. Yeah, he got stories. We gonna get to that, but
Hell yeah.
like I was
Yeah.
saying, man. Yeah, when we got
Shit.
to LA, I look up, ash is falling on my eye.
That shit was crazy. That shit was like
That
middle
forest
of the
fire
desert,
was like
yeah.
40 miles away from like where we were, and
well, that's so much not fun in the LA stores I have. Like, why?
that
you
was
got-
a sign that
Yeah,
it was
when I go-
hell to come.
When I go to LA,
It was hell to
Hell to
come.
come, man. That
I
shit
was
was
like,
crazy.
I mean, now I know.
every time I go to LA, like there's like shit in my eyes, but it's usually like white powdery shit that's
Oh,
like
my.
not cut the right way. So like, we have different LA experiences. So
Are you talking about Cali or Cali in Colombia?
Both of them.
Two different.
Different places. Both of them, yeah.
I've been to both and I played in
Both got the
both.
same shit.
Oh man, hey, that's that punk right style. I don't know about nothing about that.
Can't relate.
Oh, right here, fact.
I drink kombuchas, tea, and water, and
Hell
that's it.
yeah. the occasional juice box.
Nah, but
Occasional.
how's LA treating you, bro?
Man, it's a fast lifestyle, man. For y'all who had never been to
Yeah,
LA.
speak to the people that's in
Yeah.
into the small town.
That's
that
what
you're
I'm
from,
saying.
man.
Like motherfuckers who never been to LA, you gotta understand. Like LA is like 100,000 miles per hour. Like you come back to
Yes.
North Carolina and it's like you breathe so much. Like everything's just a different pace. So North Carolina, like different pace to LA. LA is just 100% all the time, like full throttle. Like everything's happening at once, and it's like the most like high octane shit you could ever imagine. And after a while, like I said, you need a breather from that shit. So that's hence why I'm in North Carolina right now too. Is like I just need to take a
Likewise.
step back. Yeah, just
Likewise.
you just gotta breathe a little bit. Shit.
you really do, because I mean, you can
Facts.
easily get caught in that mix.
Oh, that's a fact.
'Cause
Any
it's-
shit just starts going.
when
Once
you-
it starts going, it's just like
When you're talented and know how to talk to people, you can go far in that LA lifestyle.
Right.
But you gotta make sure you're still yourself, because
got
it's
to.
easy to lose yourself.
That's the
Definitely not gonna
thing.
say I lost myself, but I could have if I never would have came back, just
the
because.
opportunity. Like the
But it's all good vibes though. It's not. I'm definitely not talking down on LA. But it's just
Facts.
like coming from a small town, growing
you
up.
just gotta like take it
You
with a grain
have
of
to
salt
have
going
that
into
balance,
it.
because
Facts.
it's for a lot of people it'd be a huge culture shock. But granted, I had a lot of family from New York that really were like my mentors in life, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like I kind of already
You
had
just
that.
gotta like, you always gotta have that shit in the back of your head. It just is like telling you like you just gotta like stay yourself no matter what. Like there's gonna be so much shit thrown at you in a big city like LA or New York or some shit, and it's like the craziest shit can happen that you would never expect, and you just have to throughout the entire process of it all. You
Hey,
just gotta keep talking.
speaking
to
of
yourself.
crazy stuff, remember that text you got?
Man, I get a lot of
2 a.m.?
crazy stuff.
No. Remember that text you got 2
Oh,
a.m.?
that text.
Let's talk about that. Let's not even tell her.
I almost forgot about that time. Nah, man. So like, how this whole situation went down? That's the craziest thing.
Nah, this whole situation.
The whole
We've been doing
situation.
stuff. It was just
Yeah.
like the latter part of our LA trip.
Yeah. So like me and Sheeraz were out there with our boy Tomo and Joshua
Hey,
Tree.
shout out Tomo.
Yeah, Tomo. We just like
Hey, shout out to
yeah,
Tomo.
Tomo.
In Congo.
I'm not
right now?
gonna ruin the surprise, but he's doing some big stuff in Congo.
Okay.
He called me. I was like, "Whose number is this?" And he messaged. He's like, "Yo, this is Tomo." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Next episode. Or
Shout out
one
Tomo.
after
Next
that.
episode. That's gonna be a big
next
one.
episode. Yeah.
You gotta do it Wayne's World. You gotta go.
We're all in tune, man. This is our first podcast with Scotty Sandwich, man. But yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we've been, like I said, we were in with Tomo and Joshua Tree, like out in the middle of the desert and shit.
Yeah.
We chilling. That was actually one of the like most enlightening experiences I think trip wise we have ever had. After like going through a lot of turbulent times, so that shit was like the most enlightening. Like it was like brought us a lot of peace and shit. But like on the meanwhile, like I peep a lot of artists, like a lot of up and coming artists, and a lot of artists that like have a lot of potential. And so I've been paying attention to this dude by the name of Flo Malcolm for a long time, and we had a
Shout out
couple
Flo.
people.
Who?
Yeah, Flo Malcolm, the one, the only.
Zone 6.
The
Big one, not the little
one.
Flo Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah.
Hey, shout out
Mr.
Flo.
Zone 6.
Mr. Zone 6 himself.
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
bro. Shout
so-
out to Flo Malcolm, man.
So yeah, so I like I said, I've been watching it for a little bit. We had some people that have been fucking with them, like reposting his shit. I kind of picked up on that. I was like watching it. I was like, you know what? I'd hit him once back in the past. I was like, I'm gonna message this dude. I'm gonna be like, yo, if you need a video shot, I'm gonna shoot this video for you. And so he hit back pretty soon after that, talking about I'm gonna let you know. And so at that point, I was like, this is either gonna go one or two ways. Like, either
sure.
he's just gonna like not hit me back again, which happens more than you would think, or he's gonna hit
Absolutely.
me. So we driving back from Joshua Tree. I'm like, all right, so I'm probably not gonna hear from this dude ever again. And so flash forward, I don't know what was it? I think it was like a day later or some shit.
It was that night, wasn't it?
It was that night, you know, it was that night.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because I remember that's what you always told me.
Yeah, so I was like, I was getting ready to go to sleep. It was like 2 a.m. right now. Like I was like writing some music or some shit. I just showered. I was like about to go to sleep and shit. And all of a sudden I get this phone call because me and Flo had exchanged numbers at this point. So I'm just like chilling about to go to sleep. All of a sudden, I see this man, my phone light up with Flo's name on it. I'm like, man, what does this dude want?
What time was this? What time
It
was
was like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, bro, come through. I was like, shit, this man. I was like,
Hey,
all
weren't
right.
you just about to lay in bed too?
Man, shit, that's the quickest I ever got dressed in my life, man. I was like,
Yeah.
got all dressed and shit, and I was like, all right, let's get this shit going. So pulled up on Flo and his homies and shit out of their Airbnb. Like I said, they disclosed to me really early on. They're like, we're gonna see what you about. We're gonna like tonight is the night.
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna
test
test.
you.
They're gonna test me tonight. They're gonna see how this shit gonna run.
For sure.
And so I'm like, obviously, like we're gonna fuck shit up. We're gonna kick some ass.
As we always do.
Yeah. And
As we
so-
always do.
And so yeah, so from there we just shoot that night and everything. I get home, edit the same night and everything. We get it back to him, and he's come back the next day. And I'm like, shit, all right. So things are going good, you know what I'm saying? Me and him start talking more and more and more throughout the process of it too. Like I said, Flo, a dope ass person at the end of the day too. Even
That's our
beyond the
brother.
artistry.
That's our
yeah.
brother.
Yeah, even beyond
For
the
life.
artistry. So like, we start working again the next day. Same process. We start filming. Start doing pictures with him and shit. And he's like, all right, if you do good tonight, Soldier wants us to be in the studio tomorrow.
That sounds like a GTA mission.
Oh, you just had to follow the train, Newman.
But nah, yeah. So at that point, I'm
Ah,
like,
shit,
I'm
here
like,
we go again.
All right, this is getting real. This is some crazy shit. So I go home to Sheeraz. I'm like, yo, this man about to shoot with Soldier Boy tomorrow night. And so, like I said, it all transpires. We go to the studio with Soulja. Amarion's in the studio as well.
Wow.
So I just walk into it all. I'm
Busta
like,
too, right? Busta Rhymes is in
he
there.
ended up coming later that night, yeah. So Busta Rhymes and Marion, they're just cycling through the studio. In my mind, I'm like, yo, what in the fucked. Like, this is
'Cause,
crazy.
like, I'm just a kid from Beaufort,
Yeah.
North.
I mean, like I've shot for like got it from YSL and a couple like artists before, but not like to this tier and this level. So I get in the room and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Because I've looked up to these people. I've watched these people. I mean, especially like people like Soulja, people like Amarion, people like Busta Rhymes. Like, you grew up listening to these people. So these are legends. These aren't just like artists. These are like stamped people in the game.
Hey, let's play the video.
Play the video. So that's like the first night. Yeah, it's like one of the first. I think this is the first night.
Yeah. Y'all want to see the video?
It's the
Yeah.
video.
Yes.
Man.
It doesn't matter. Y'all gonna watch it. Let's
Got him.
Oh man.
Hey. Let me see it.
SOD Money Gang.
Our first video was Soulja Boy.
Hey.
SOD. Big Draco. Flo Malcolm. King. SOD on the. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Nigga want smoke for sure.
We gon' shoot a new one for
I
sure.
hit your hoe for sure. You don't need to get on the floor. Going out bad, that's the way I can't go. Stats on that gang, this the shit I stand for. Yeah, walking and build my stick. Reaching for my neck, how he got his ass hit. Headshot, face shot, and I mean that shit. Out, block, dirty, clean that shit. Row.
Hit it the good. Flo, Malcolm, and me and the King. Scarface matching me and my team. Red beam on the L15. My young nigga masked up. Batman, no Halloween. I hit the block with a chopper spring. I did some shit to make them remember me. Elsa team set fire on his jeans. VVS diamond clean and list the ring. Down teeth, nigga bling bling. That's for that money game, that's my trap. At the mansion, I sleep on the jump out the Aston Martin masked up like Darkwing.
Show, yeah, I kick it dope. I got them brick for the low. These niggas flow. I got your bitch on the scroll. You know how the shit gon' go. Yeah. SOD Money Gang. You know we bragging. Fucking your whole mouth. That fuck side of fashion.
But yeah,
man, shit.
that was the video that started the whole.
And the whole shit. And the craziest thing about that video that nobody knows is like, that was off a rip. So even Flo will tell you too, we all sitting in the studio and shit.
For sure.
Yeah, this man Soulja just calling on people to jump in the booth and shit. So like Flo jumped in there, didn't even expect that. And then once they finished the song, Soulja looks at me, he's like, "We filming the video right now." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Here we go." Like, it's off a rip. He just points to me, he's like, "We shooting." I'm like, "Shit." Because Flo was telling me I was gonna shoot a video for Soulja. I just didn't foresee it going like that. And so
sure.
at that point, like I come home the next time, like Sheeraz, I just shot a video for Soulja Boy, bro.
And we edited it like I probably. So how long did it take me to edit? Like 6 hours.
Yeah, but that was our baby. That was our baby type of shit.
Hey, shout out to Soulja, man, for giving us.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for giving us the opportunity.
He's a real dude. Man.
I had every artist that I ever looked up to like watch some of the videos that we did and like commenting and
one
this
way
and
or
that.
another, yeah.
So shout out to Soulja, man. Much respect.
Huge
I've learned a lot
man.
from just.
Also, I got a fucking bone to pick you about this.
What's up?
You came to my house to record Angel or to do a video for Angel. You showed up, did the whole thing, and then I found out after the fact, just when you edited on Instagram, that you did like videos for this motherfucker. And I was like,
hell yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Like, you like sitting there like, oh, your shoot is fucking awesome.
I mean,
like,
zone, though.
motherfucker's got like this, like, he's like,
I was in work mode.
I know, it's great, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, I felt so weird.
No.
Like, you didn't know he had worked with Soulja before? That's crazy.
When Angel came in, like, literally, that was the first, like, I met you. We talked for a few minutes while I was smoking cigarettes, and then he went to work, which, you know, and, like, we didn't really. We talked a little bit like towards the end, and then we like obviously messaged afterwards. But it was like, yeah, there was no like.
Hey, shout out to Scotty Sandwich, man. He went out of his way to help us record a little piece for our podcast, and since that day, I was like, nah. Like it's for life, man. It's for life. Because this is what I'm trying to put across. Like when I say I'm surrounding myself with genuine people, like everybody in here, like Sarah.
You try to record a theme song with the camera mic and in my control room. Like I can't let this happen. Like.
Hey,
I was like, might as well throw some fucking mics on this shit and do it right.
Blessed us.
You know,
Like who have you worked for, man? Let's just let the audience know.
Flex your resume, bro.
Yeah, flex.
I mean, like if the biggest. I mean, I don't have many flexes. The biggest flex would obviously be Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. I did all the sync music for his radio show, and then I spent about 16 weeks on tour with 6 AM, which is a band after Motley Crue, doing his audio for his Six Sense radio show.
Nice.
Outside of that, like I just do a lot of like punk rock stuff. I know your fan base is a little different than mine.
Hey, my fan base is your fan base now.
Nice,
So
yeah.
when you was talking about the liquid, what's it called? Liquid Death.
Liquid Death. Yeah.
They want hip hop people.
Liquid Death.
They got hip hop people.
Facts.
You got the right ones. Liquid
But
Death.
even when we first met, us, when we were in there with Babar, we were talking, just showing him the beats. Like I'm a music lover. I don't care genres. I'd like to be challenged as a producer and an engineer. It's the reason I got hooked up with Angel and Javi Montano and all those all Freddie's people. It's because it's something fun for me that's like not just what I normally do. I can do what I do and I do it well without being a fucking cocky piece of shit. What makes me really happy is like watching you guys, and I even watched the Instagram post you had when I played the beat and he was freestyling over it.
Yeah.
Like that made me so happy to see somebody who can actually understood what I was doing with the with that beat. It's a weird beat. It's not a typical beat that hip hop would choose. And even when I talked, I sent him. I think I ended up sending him like 7 or 8 beats.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
But like but my thing is like if you feel it, use it. don't just use them because you have them, but you feel it and understand like this is not your whole record. This is a weird. When I like throw something in there, it's like it's a weird thing. It's and the side one on vinyl.
Yeah.
But it's also something that like changes what everything's going on. I know me and you talked a little bit about like hip hop and stuff like that, and obviously, my hip hop background it's extensive, but at the same time, it's as a white dude from this like upper northwest suburbs of Chicago, like I'm not gonna pretend that I know the plight of what a lot of hip hop are going to do. Obviously, as we talked, my favorite thing is like political hip hop. When NWA, Public Enemy. The first 3 Cube records.
Like the real hip hop.
I
wouldn't even say real hip hop, but just more conscious.
Yeah,
hip-hop.
it's a conscious. KRS One. Nas. People who are.
Nas, that's my first favorite rapper.
It's the same thing, and it's the same thing in punk rock and metal. There's metal bands that write about fucking dragons and fucking like killing kings with swords. I
mean, at the end of the day, it's all entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. But what made me what got me into hip hop as a white suburbanite was the political aspect, because I got into the political aspect of punk rock and especially more so in the 90s than like 90s bands instead of like the 70s, like anarchy, everything's fucking, like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
What did it for me was like, there's this band from Chicago called the Broadways, and like their song is what really, it's more like social, political, and especially being from Chicago, it gave me this, it's stuff I see every day in Chicago. Like, I can't remember a lot of lyrics, but it's like, it's, like all in the streets of science rage, cheaper, better technology. This capitalist division is my nightmare. Like,
yeah,
that's a fucking rad. Then it's like, put up a sign on my face. What the fuck happened to this place? I think I'm gonna make a wrong turn. Look at the lovely concrete. And then it's like, I drove to my stupid job today. Got stuck at an intersection. 15 minutes of my life just rolled away.
Real life stuff though.
Yeah. But that's like that, and once again, but that was like white plight bullshit. But then when you get into like song 3 and 4, like song 2 is about like how white people just killed all the indigenous people when America started, and like it's like it like they did it as like a not a joke line, but the big hook of the song is Australia's a piece of shit floating in the Pacific, buoyed by the blood of Aborigines, you know? But when you're a 15-year-old kid, that, like, resonates, you know? And through that, that's why when I started getting into, like, hip-hop, and especially, like, political hip-hop, it all, like, kind of, like, they were both, you know, I was seeing what white punk rock fucking suburban kids were bitching about, and I was seeing what, like, actual people who had real problems were, like, talking about.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, shit, like, yeah, no, like, I'm starting to understand his plight, so I've always been trying to champion on the side of things, like, whether it's just, like, you know, being an ally or, you know, going and helping out at protests or whatever, you know, like, I think that's very important for the community. And I think there's been a very big disconnect in hip hop and like punk rock for a long time. But I think that at the end of the day, like, we try to do the same things in different ways, you know?
Absolutely. I like to say music is a universal language. And if you really listen to the message of music in general, especially music that has a purpose, it's really all connected.
Yeah.
You know, just like you were saying, like the punk rock, like driving through traffic. You know what I mean? Like that's real life stuff. You feel me? Like
yeah, but also for me, it's like the biggest thing about that was like you know, that's a white fucking person's fucking plight, which is bullshit compared to, you know, I listen to that, and then next week I'm listening to America's Most Wanted by Cube, and it's like a totally different fucking world of what he's going through or what, you know, what he's writing about, you know.
And absolutely, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for your love of music, you probably never would even would have known about that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it's just, you know, dumb shit. But I think I think it's very important that, like, you know, even if you look at like early, well, I mean, you know, rock and roll started because of you know, Delta blues, which then became R&B, which became country music, which became rock and roll. You know, everything that I wouldn't have metal or punk rock or hardcore or anything if there wasn't Delta blues. Like, that's really everything that we listen to on a like, we call it guitar, anything guitar based music.
Yeah,
all came from the Delta blues. Like, you know, every pentatonic chord, everything like that. Which, so, you know, when you start going back in that and listening to what they, you know, even, you know, Southern Gospel. Southern Gospel comes from the pentatonic blues, which are Delta blues, you know.
it's all connected, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you make music too, don't you?
A little bit, man. A little bit. That's the thing we always trying to figure out with me, man. So what hat am I wearing on any given day? Some days, you know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, we're all human, and we're
Facts.
just chasing our passion. There's
Facts.
no titles. We don't chase titles.
Facts.
We just live life, do good,
Live life to the fullest,
and just chase
man.
our passions. Cause like, look, this is a diverse group of people.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You can't, all of us, man. Like,
Facts.
but we're all so similar at the same time. You know, just like how music can bring people together, vibes will bring people together as well.
Facts.
And that Wayside song that you got, boy, that's a vibe, and I can't wait.
Appreciate
This
it.
is a video. This is a video that we shot out in the desert.
This is the first video we've ever planned. And
we had
ever
this.
planned.
Very well thought out.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Depending on what we usually
In like
do.
30, 45 minutes, we planned it out. We put the whole plot up together. But man, we shot this in a spot that I've been going to for years before I even started this video. So like I said, but yeah, that was a spot that I've been going to for years, and then we finally, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, because we
Awesome
shot
stuff,
there.
like, just
We
'cause
shot there before.
We did, and we lost all the footage.
Lost all the footage.
We lost all the
Wait,
footage.
what? Hold on, run that
Because
back.
we went to Utah, Salt Lake City, out to
Everywhere.
Antelope Island, all the way down to
Yeah.
Zion National Park, all the way back down to Las Vegas, and that same spot,
Sheesh.
Gene.
We shot
Lake
like
Drive
three
at.
videos in that time. And this is like the first trip me and him ever went on together. Like, it's one of the first. Like, we met in Raleigh. So I just I don't think anybody knows how you and I met to start with.
Yeah.
So we like
Yeah.
met and it just
Next
progressed-
episode, next
and it progressed to the point where we're like, all right, we're going to Utah. So we go we do that big trip and everything, and then. Boom, boom, boom. We shoot the videos. We get back to Raleigh, and then all of a sudden, like, the hard drive crashes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Solid state.
get solid state. Don't get a mechanical hard drive just because it's cheaper.
Facts.
Look, redundancy is the name of the game. That's
But bro,
the
that
other
was a
thing, too.
brand new drive,
Oh.
and then I plugged it into the computer. It was working.
Yeah.
And then I went to finish like the rest of the video.
Nah,
I
they're-
clicked it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But no, that's how I knew he was my brother.
I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah.
We had such a blast on that trip.
I didn't even care. I was more interested. I'm more of an experiences type person anyway. Like, I'm like, that was a trip to set up everything that came
notes.
after. Yeah.
Like, we lost that footage. I lost that footage because it was my hard drive that I bought. But still, like, that's what I'm really trying to push. Like, life is short. We enjoyed that moment.
And it set us
like,
up
it
for
wasn't
the
like,
success down the road.
It wasn't one of those things like, oh, I'm gonna flick up for the Instagram.
Yeah,
No,
facts.
we really enjoyed
We
that.
just loved the show. That was a fun
That
ass trip.
experience was amazing. Going to Antelope Island felt like I was on Jurassic Park. I felt like I was hunting for a T-Rex or something when I was out there.
That was some surreal
bro,
shit.
it was crazy.
Hey, you could do
It was a
3D
hike
joint.
too. It was a hike
It was a
too.
hike. We do everything we
cold.
do is all some physical fitness.
Yeah, I mean, if only we could show one of y'all those videos, but
Yeah,
them videos
shit.
is long gone.
Long
But
gone.
we will show y'all
Wayside.
Wayside. That was the last video we shot.
Last video we shot, man. Shit.
Hey, but this is 4 months ago. Wow, that sounds crazy to say. But
is,
this
shit.
is Newman Wayside.
Wayside, man.
What's the plan? 250. At 303. Cool. I'm gonna go smoke while you guys watch that.
Yeah.
Not that I don't. I'll watch
do
it.
your
I'll
thing.
watch it on the
Nah,
replay, but I'm
man.
gonna smoke a cigarette.
No, you good. You good. Enjoy it. Hey,
I
Sarah,
am also
Sarah,
the
you wanna
worst
join
podcast
us?
fucking interview.
You want to take a break? You want to chill?
I want to see that. She's spazzing
Yo,
over there, by the way.
it's-
Let's
yeah.
give Sarah
Hey,
some
what's
credit.
this looks?
She's the real star of the show.
Jesus, y'all see how fast
No-
I was
no
in
shade,
30
Newman, my
minutes?
Shit
bad.
hard as hell.
Hey, Sarah, can you? Was that able to like lift off of that?
Sarah, what's your ring size? I'm kidding.
Oh, look at this right there. Show him on this camera. Oh my God, yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Come on, join
And like, what is
join
it?
us in the podcast as we watch
30
this
minutes.
video.
She's already on. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, that's genius.
Kind of messy, so I don't want to.
No, that's all good.
No, you good.
Yeah,
Help
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, no, you can put paint on here. That's a piece of my art. That's a piece of art.
Oh.
Good.
That's true.
That's
It's a
nice.
memory.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
So, what's up?
Woo.
How long you been
Closer,
painting
get
for?
closer.
Look, we ain't never gonna get to this video. It's all good. High five. It's all good. Yeah, see? It's all love over here.
Hey, you can get the
I
shirt
didn't
painted.
look at your elbow.
Hey, speaking of the shirt, shout out to Dr. Styles that hooked me up with his shirt.
Oh, nice.
As soon as I walked in, he's like, "Oh, I knew I was gonna give you a shirt when I was in Vegas, but I got you." shout out to Akram. Shout out to his pops. Genius.
Yeah.
Should be an architect, but anyways,
Oh yeah, the
We go-
design he doing with the store.
yeah.
That's
We ain't gonna say no more. Go check it out in Raleigh.
Got to.
You know you got it made when you buy out the next store next to you.
Oh God.
All right, so we're gonna get into Wayside by Newman, directed by what's his name? Sheeraz.
Yeah,
Oh, I did it.
Sheeraz. I know dude. Shit, I know him.
Shiraz Berta.
Let's go.
This man crazy.
If you brown, you'll understand. Ooh. We shot this in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Now she wanna throw me by the wayside. Everybody got something to say, right? Nightmares I am living, I can't call you, man. I really don't know. I live high to fight alone. Now she wanna throw me by the wayside.
Go ahead,
Got something to say, right? Nightmares I am living, I can't call.
Get in the mic, bro.
Man, I really don't know. I live high to fight the lows. I keep falling. Oh, my thoughts revolving, but why would I stop it? Stay down, but I'm locked in.
He for real look like he already famous in LA. Like
I went ways with his life, don't change. Working late till I feel afraid. Skirting whips, taking his replay. Okay. But in bills, I be drinking Bombay.
We was out there. Look at that.
In the desert.
yo, forget Post Malone. Check out Newman.
There's no comparison. This is a one-man team right here.
This is just me and him out there doing that shit.
Yeah,
Silas too.
Right. Nightmares I am living, I can't call you. Man, I really don't know. I live high to fight alone. Now she wanna throw me by the wayside. Everybody got something to say, right? Nightmares I am living, I can't call
man,
you.
shit.
Man, I really don't know. I live high to fight the lows. I keep falling. Oh, my thoughts revolving, but why would I stop it? Stay down, but I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Sideways, been in my way, always knew me. Hit the highways,
yeah.
I'm just out here trying to fucking change my life.
Hey, the visuals are clean. I'm not gonna lie.
My type, yeah. Mind change, well the mind's gray. Always knew me, I don't like praise. I'm just out here trying to fucking change my life. Living in the dirt, but you were once my life. Now she wanna throw me by the wayside. Everybody got something to say, right? Nightmares I am living, I can't call you. Man, I really don't know. I live high to fight the lows. Now she wanna throw me by the wayside. Everybody got something to say, right? Nightmares I am living, I can't call you. Man, I really don't know. I live high to fight the lows. I keep falling. Oh, my thoughts revolving, but why would I stop it? Stay down, but I'm locked in.
Oh God. Perfect time. Good time. Yeah, man. Angel, Angel Gomez.
Just in time.
Just in time. What's up, bro? This man trying to fist bump my ass.
Shout out to our sponsor,
You know what I'm saying?
Strong Arm Bakery.
Strong Arm Bakery.
Go ahead. Let's show them what the pie looks like.
Yeah, show him the pie.
Show him the pie, Angel.
Show him the pie.
There you
Come
go.
on, Angel.
The best pie in the game.
Nah, show it to Angel.
Big ups to Russell Davis.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
Hey, shout out to the sponsor.
That Southern soul we all need together.
Hey.
I don't like that I can't go.
We might have to ban them from the buttons in a second.
No, we're gonna put like a fingerprint sensor or something.
That's true.
We are talking about the
You guys are no
future.
fun. I'm gonna bring my own fucking sample pad, and then I'm just gonna like roop it into something. So fuck y'all.
Hey, it's a team effort, man. It's all
That's true.
good. You could do as you please. Oh, what is it? Pecan pie?
Nah, this is pumpkin, man.
Pumpkin
It's that
pie.
Southern
Dang,
soul
it's
I need.
November. They still got pumpkins out there?
What? I think
Man,
they
there's
do.
always
I guess they
pumpkins.
do.
There's always pumpkins out there.
Yeah. I mean, they could be buying like bulk.
That was amazing, man. Let me just tell you, that was the best pumpkin pie I've had in several years.
You finished that pretty quick. I didn't even
Man,
start mine.
That's amazing, bro. That's the Southern soul I needed. You know what I'm saying? LA doesn't have stuff like that, man.
Scotty, you ate yours already?
I don't eat until after podcasts are over.
Oh,
Keep it professional.
I respect microphones.
I only eat organic, 100% cruelty-free pies.
Hey, that's how you know you love the art.
Pumpkins.
Yeah, I respect the mic.
Hey, that's love, man. Oh, look at that painting in the background. Hey, show him a close up.
Speaking of good stuff,
You can walk around. Just be careful.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's even better
look
than the
at this.
pie, man. That's even better than the pie.
Yo, the pie is fire though.
Oh, you know what pairs well with pie and that awesome painting? That fucking 3 a.m. track by Ray that I sent you.
Oh, yeah. Let's go check that out. Where'd you send it on? My text?
I sent that on Facebook.
Facebook.
You're too important to give me your phone number yet.
Nah.
So, yeah, you
Hey, man.
yeah, you won't.
Hey, nah, matter of fact, before we start, go ahead, Scotty. Nah, because by the time this drops, man,
Tapped in now, man. That pumpkin pie is amazing, bro. I ain't
This
gonna
is a
lie.
good pie.
That is a good pie.
I ain't gonna lie, November pumpkins taste so much better
Better than
than
October. That's what I'm
pumpkins.
saying. What is it? What's the season
Wait,
right
who's
now?
calling? Oh,
I want to go through because I wanted to.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Shit, I made it the wrong. No, it's my number.
9
Well, it's weird. It's not like right up the side.
5 7
Oh,
You
9,
blocked me.
8.
My phone automatically
is not
silenced you.
available.
It's a sounds phone
At the
call.
tone, please record your
unsaved
message.
number?
When you finish recording, you may hang
It's
up
good to have.
or press
That
1
new
for more
iOS
options.
is fucking awesome. Good props to fucking Apple. If it ain't
Apple, man. Apple. We love Apple over here.
if it ain't in my contacts, I ain't gonna answer.
right. Text me first, otherwise.
Anyways, yeah, go back to I'll just use your phone now because it's open. So let's find. Let's look at. I don't want to. I'm not gonna look at his fucking dick cockpicks, but let's go. We're gonna go to his Spotify to play a song of one of my favorite artists I've worked with lately. This is an amazing artist name. Her stage name is Ray, but her name is Rachel Emmerman, and she is fucking incredible. This motherfucker hit me up and fucking just go find the fucking playlist. But
Right there.
so this girl.
What am I looking?
Oh, there's
Oh, this one?
Yeah, but don't play it yet. I'm gonna tell you some background on this girl. Okay. So this girl sent me a fucking like video of her playing acoustic guitar and singing the song, and she wanted to come in and just do an acoustic and vocal. I was like, no. Like not but I was like no, not like no, I'm not gonna record. It's like no, like this song is too good for you to just do this as an acoustic singer songwriter. So she came in, recorded her acoustic guitar to click track, then did scratch vocals. Her scratch vocals are the actual lead vocals on the song because she's that good of a fucking singer. Oh wow! But then we went back in after she laid down the scratch tracks. We went back in and we started talking about like instrumentation and keyboards and shit like that. And what really made me super fucking happy working with her is like when we started working on stuff. I did something. I think it's in the first. It might be. I think it's on the second verse before the first chorus. When there's a little like weird like filtered drum pattern that comes in. That's just a fucking tambourine. I did a tambourine like pattern, and she's like, "How much can we fuck that up to make it sound like something that isn't a tambourine?" But when you listen to it, you'll hear it. What I'm saying, it's like it's fucking insane. But I love organizers. Every time we do any sound is like not just the sound that it is. We like she's very percussive based, and we're both really into like Nine Inch Nails and like Kraftwerk and like weird electronic artists. Where it's like, how can you take something and how can you take an instrument and make it a different thing than what it is? So, with that being said, I think you should play the fucking song.
Mm-hmm. This pie is delicious.
Shout out to Strong Arm Bakery.
Strong Arm Bakery.
Here I am at 3 a.m. thinking about the same kind of shit again. I just wanna close my eyes and rest, but instead I'm heaving from my chest. At 26 I've been trying my best, despite all the demons inside my head. But I'll just smile and say I'm fine, cause making them understand's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. In time, cause I never wanted to become like them. No, will not be a victim again. Hope for us, and I shaped your words into parables, but you're all lost fucking people too. There I was as a kid, getting to the same kind of shit again. Pretended I castles and a crown, so many people had let me down. Reality, it started creeping in, cause brain never stopped all the sins of all the monsters waiting in the dark that I'd escaped to my dreaming life. Cause I never wanted to become like them. No, will not be a victim again. Hope for us. Now I shaped your words into parables, but you're all lost fucking people. I'm so tired.
Those are timpanis. Because you're goddamn right, you ain't timpani.
Honestly, you say
And a gong.
Hella reverb. I like that.
while you're lying through tears, and cause I never wanted to become like them. No, will not be a victim again. I'm so tired, I wanna scream. I shaped your words into parables, but you're all lost fucking people.
you produce this too?
What?
You produce this as
Yeah,
well?
no, yeah. She came in with just. She did an acoustic guitar track, 2 click track, then went into the room that's right next to us that you can't see.
Yeah.
Then she recorded the lead. That's actually her first take. That's her scratch vocal. It was so good. And then after she did that, we went back into the control room that you've seen, and we sat and just built the whole song on that.
Jeez.
So
That's
yeah,
a fire track.
yeah. So like on a producer level, that's you've heard some of the beats I've made, but on pop music, that's what
Nah, that's amazing.
But when it goes back to, I know we talked a lot about it a little bit with your hair. I don't like anything I produce when it comes to like outside. When I quote unquote produce metal and punk rock music, it's very like cut and dry. Like there's not room to really do much. Like I might be like, oh, let's throw a harmony here or throw a keyboard or it's very simple. But when I find like solo artists like that, it's awesome because we have so much room to like talk about like what the song's about and like what kind of instrumentation do you want to do with it? Like what is the song about? Like what's the feeling behind that? So we decided to add the gongs and the timpanis because for her feeling for what
Hella
the song
reverb
was.
too.
Oh yeah, no, like I can't.
Hella reverb. That Colossus feel.
That's my Eventide sponsor. So thank you Eventide for the T-Bird plugin. It's the greatest fucking plugin in the world for.
Oh, it's a plugin? Wow.
Yeah. You've seen my fucking drum room. You think that drum room's gonna sound like that?
I don't have no idea. Hey, technology's crazy these days, man.
It's like anything else, and definitely, like even like through your stuff, it's like there's a sound to what you're going for, and let me ask so for when you're doing your songs, like what do you like when you're looking for like overall tone for what the song should be? Like there's never like, at least for me, there's never like a one size fits all.
It's always like for me, I feel like I'm like super experienced. I mean, and from like that sound too, like the experimentation is like I'm big into the experimentation of it. I feel like music nowadays lacks that experimentation of it. There's a few artists that like really encompass pushing the culture forward, like with the experimenting and shit.
And going outside the box.
Yeah, facts. But I mean, I feel like people are scared to do that as a whole. People like to go with what they're comfortable with, and they go with what works. Which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like in the grand scheme of things, in order to push culture forward, you gotta take that step and just like
innovate.
Yeah, just say fuck it sometimes.
Well, it's really simple to jump on a trend, but but if we look at any genre, and I know you do some rock stuff, I know and I know you do some hip hop stuff, but if you look at we're talking a little outside earlier, but, we can start at like when like the real multi-track records started making. So let's say Sgt. Pepper's, then you look at ELO, and then you listen to like you throw in some like ABBA and like disco era, which then goes into like early punk rock, which then becomes like The Cure and Depeche Mode and Duran Duran, which then becomes this and becomes that. Like there's a reason why those bands are so widely regarded, which then also gets into when we get into like the production of that stuff. When you start getting into like Terminator X and I can't remember. I always forget the DJ's name and run name and say
DJ Tiesto.
Jam Master J.
Jam Master J. But when you start getting into those artists and how like and them as DJs being artists and how they were incorporating rock music and disco and funk into all this stuff, it becomes this whole thing where it's like like we were talking about it earlier. There's a collaboration of what we do together, where everything we're doing together, everything we do is all like rock and roll started through gospel, which then became this, then became that, and then became that, and then became that. And
what it is today.
Hell yeah.
But going back to just I'm really good at ranting. Sorry. My
Hey, shout out
Shout out to the rant, man. Shout out to the rant.
Hey,
I like that one.
that was a rant. That was a rant.
But to make it really simple, what I was trying to say really simply
comma.
was
Quote unquote.
is that like the reason why artists that last for a long time, like a really long time, is because they're innovators, which are people,
Jumping out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, it's the Dre's. It's like I'm not a Kanye fan. It's that dude just does whatever the fuck he wants. It's Jeff Lynne from ELO. It's I'm not a Pearl Jam fan, but it's Pearl Jam. These people who are constantly like pushing themselves into different directions to stay relevant, or I fucking hate Radiohead, but I'm not gonna ever diss them because guess what? They're still fucking important to some fucking nerdy kid at a fucking Barnes and Noble right now.
That was a very specific reference.
That's a very real way of saying it, though.
But I'm not a fan of them, but I get it. I like people that innovate and push.
Like the respect is there.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, as a musician, like, what really motivates you to really think outside the box, or you think that just comes natural?
I mean, the craziest thing is I feel like a lot of my inspiration and shit doesn't even come from like artists that are currently in the industry. I feel like my shit mainly comes from just kind of like experience. Like I make music off of emotion. So like when I'm looking for beats and shit, I'm looking for shit that strikes feeling rather than like a lot of other artists that select it feel like off of like the first thing that comes to their head. I don't know. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You've been in the process with me of making a beat before too.
Yeah.
And it's like for me.
So
like,
do you get motivation by finding beats, or like do you have motivation to like listen to music that's not hip hop? Is that what you were saying?
No, I'm saying like for like beats to like.
Exactly.
You just gotta do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Just don't do it.
You just got honestly, like for me though, like in all seriousness, it's like I like cinematic. Like he knows how I am with cinematic stuff too. And so like when I'm searching for beats, I always like to have that air of like cinematic to it. I like for people to be able to feel what I'm saying. And that kind of like accompanies like what I aim for.
So
like,
you think big, like cinematic, you think of big movies, big budgets and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean like. And I didn't even like when I first met you. I was making music.
That's what I heard from his beats too.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was playing his beats, I was like, bro, that sounds like something I hear like on not even Napoleon Dynamite, but like some huge movie that's like kind of like the.
I'm going to ask a question, and it might come off as a dickhead question to you. But like, how much time do you spend looking for beats when you can spend the same amount of time like? Figuring out how to do it your own way, like even if it's basic music theory or like making like every DAW has all those things possible. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just as a producer, I'm just wondering. I mean, don't worry, I will sell you beats all day long. I'll take the money, but like it's something that I've always been like scared to ask artists who are doing that.
So like what I'll say in that regard too is like. The most respect I have for people in the industry is people who build stuff from the ground up. Like, it takes a lot of skill to just make a song, period. I mean, it takes, I mean, you can get emailed a beat and make a song, and that still takes a lot of skill because you're like, from a writing, because you got to create there's a lot of components that create the song altogether. But when you're building a song from the ground up, especially when you're in the studio with an engineer and with a producer and you guys are building that song together, like, especially like the Mike Dean style. I know you mentioned like Mike Dean before. Yeah. Like, that type of shit is always something that I've aspired to be. I've just never found the right producer to like lock in with, and I think we've talked about that shit before too.
I need to start making more beats then, bro.
I mean, we gotta make a Rari 2, yeah, shit.
Hey, Rari Part 2
Rari
coming.
Part 2
dropping February something.
I'm
gonna be in Pakistan in February.
We'll go to we'll shoot a Rari 2 in Pakistan.
Hey, we'll find it. We'll find it.
I'll give you 6 beats for 1,000. When you're ready to go.
Ding ding ding.
Royalty free. You can just have them.
Hell yeah.
And I'll put a lot of strings on there. I'll make it cinematic.
There we go. That's all I want.
She's working
hard in the paint, as the saying goes.
Oh my goodness, this looks amazing.
That looks crazy as shit, and we've only been here for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so we're
This
this is another segment of the Balushi Museum. Our first piece. What do you call this, Miss Sarah Claiborne? You must talk into Mike.
Oh, I think I could do that one. Oh, whenever the handheld camera gets back,
Hey, what's up?
He's getting the.
What did I ask?
What's the name of the piece?
Yes, what's the name of the piece?
Burp.
Burp?
There you go. Okay. Let's see what she did there.
Burpcast.
No, let's call it Prub backwards. It's burp backwards.
It sounds very
Burp
like,
sounds very,
exquisite.
very like, that looks like a. Oh yeah, no, it's called Prub.
Prop.
Bro, where he put?
This looks great.
It does.
Oh, that piece.
shit.
Oh, I didn't see that before. Oh, watch out now. Welcome to the Balushi.
Balushi.
Dang, I
Boozy
can't say my
Balushi.
name now.
Balushi.
He said Boozy Balushi.
Welcome to the Balushi Museum.
Yes.
We have this piece of art by Miss Sarah Claiborne called Prub. Motivation.
Wait, I thought it was burp. Did y'all say brup?
you guys definitely need some W40 on this, though.
He said some W4.
Hey, donate to the Balushi
Man, you gotta
podcast,
throw that
y'all.
WD-40 right there on that mic right there. You gotta lube that thing up, and you know what I'm saying? It snap right into place.
Hey Newman, you ever heard the one where they're like, engineers like they go off of if it's moving and it's not supposed to, duct tape. If it's not moving and it's supposed to, WD-40. That's
what I'm saying, bro. Look, man, I'm from Eastern North Carolina, man. You know what I'm saying? So only thing we do there, WD-40 that shit. Fuck duct tape, man. WD-40 that shit.
If you want to make your nice things, keep your things nice, you want fucking gaff tape. Gaff tape is your best fucking friend. Yeah, so this is a Christmas song, and you guys all met Johnny earlier, who Johnny is like the most amazing person in the world. He's just good.
this guy.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy, man.
So, our buddy, the background of the song, our buddy from in Philly, who is like super Jewish, who's like, I want to make a bunch of money. Will you guys record a punk rock Christmas song? And he wrote all the lyrics, and he just sent us, and that's what happened.
Oh man, let's get into it. Gingerhead.
Gingerhead. Oh, well, Gingerhead is my favorite head.
Gingerbread house show. Almost People and
almost people is, and Holly Bullet is. I don't know if you guys are. She was in Band Called The Levels, but she. I don't know if you guys are like comedian fans, but she is Chris Gethard's wife.
Oh wow.
So, and she's an amazing person. I love her to death.
Let's get right into it then, man.
The van broke down, the band was on its last legs. I think we were somewhere outside of Winnipeg. It had been 4 days since we played our last show. The cash box was empty and it was starting to snow. Danny went crazy, Sandy broke veg. Peter came pretty close to losing his edge. We were close to hitting bottom, we were standing on a ledge when we heard about a gingerbread house show. Okay. Gingerbread house show. Gingerbread house show. Got the van running and we headed north. The GPS had stopped working, of course. The directions made no sense, but we had gotten this far. Something about hoof prints in the snow in a storm. Danny got paranoid, Sandy went quiet. Suddenly we heard what sounded like a riot. A jolly bearded man who could probably use a diet in the driveway at a gingerbread house show. Gingerbread house show. Gingerbread house show. Gingerbread trap. Out screening shirts in the trunk ranked here. Mrs. Claus knocked on our
once a year. We take it off Spotify after this year. So you come, January 1st.
Oh, so it's gonna be a myth after that.
Yeah. No, every year we just do it for a few months and then we just mute it.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Hey. Oh yeah. Shout out to the pro.
Shout out to the pro.
Made me want to burn.
By the way,
So
majestic.
let's end this with one more song.
Yeah.
You know, since it's new year coming up, we're gonna flash back from 21 years ago into the last millennium.
Years ago.
Millennium.
I see what he did there.
Y'all saw what I did right there. Let's end this with
Millennium, man. Shit.
You're in the shit fucking 1 hour, motherfucker. You fucking did like 115.
Huh?
I got so much more things I want to say.
It's the last song, not the last expression.
Let's get into it.
Not the last expression.
We're gonna say plenty more.
That's all you. Keep it on him.
Yeah, try to get it back, but I'm confined. Down and back again, but there's another state of diamond chain. Yeah, move my fade. Yeah, icy whip. Yeah, you don't play. Yeah, she gon' speak. Yeah, I'm a rage. Yeah, I'm a speak. Yeah, she get paid. Shawty wait. I'm in the state. I've been down. I've been great. She won't frown. I won't break. She come around. It's too late. Yeah. I just wanna feel things. Now I'm on the road. Searching for the real things, but they always go. I said I could heal things. You only could know. That's just how it goes. Move a team. Yeah, she'll try. I'm a bust that beat. 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 I'm a bust that beat.
Hey.
I'ma bust that beat.
Hey. Come on, Scotty. Scotty Submarine.
Oh, sorry.
Scotty Hero.
Hey.
Scotty Hero.
Scotty Sandwich in the morning.
These way more guitars.
Money long, we in the scene, never wrong, we in the green. She know my song, and she want me. I just wanna feel things, now I'm on the road. Searching for the real things, but they always go. Wish that I could heal things, you only could know. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, man, shit. Millennium out now on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, yeah. Let them know
Millennium
everything.
out now on YouTube now. I can't tell y'all when the album or when the EP's gonna come. Man, oh random, we got some people on that album that nobody even knows. Sheeraz don't even know I got on this shit. I don't tell anybody who got on this shit.
That's your boy, bro.
We're supposed to be brothers. Yeah, we got top 5 artists on this shit, bro. So, my top 5.
Young boy, man.
Young boy, nah man, not young boy.
Top 5. Let's
You gonna have every fan base coming.
That's what we got.
I'm trying to figure out how to hack on your chick, because I think I might be able to get somebody calling in.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting to hear back, but yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. You want?
Well, yeah, don't add me yet, because he's in Sweden producing a record now. But
quick flex.
Sweden.
Oh,
He's in Sweden.
Shout out Sweden.
oh yeah,
we love the Swedes.
It's
Shout out to the Swedes.
my good friend and my mentor John Anello. He asked me how many minutes of we've been doing so far, and he's like, "Oh shit, like." If you're doing this long, I would love to jump in on that. So I'm just waiting to hear back. But this guy, I don't, for background, this guy, produced and mixed "Time After Time" by Cyndi Lauper.
Nice.
He did the Outfields, Your Love. He's done a ton of Foo Fighters stuff. He's done every Dinosaur Jr. record. He fucking did Aerosmith. Like it's
jeez.
He's trying to get in on this, but he's trying to figure out his Wi-Fi shit. So.
Nah, he was taking a video. Dang.
No, that's fire though. So
Yeah,
there's a possibility that man or person is going to be on the show tonight.
I'm waiting for to hear back from him. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Right? Like think about it. Like Sarah's back here going crazy on the canvas. Shout out Sarah.
Shout out Sarah,
Right?
man. That shit
But it's
crazy
like
as hell.
it took you didn't just end up here you took steps that landed you here.
Nice.
So I think, but this is me answering for Sheeraz. He might have other notes to add, but that's what I would say we're really focusing on here on this podcast.
no, I think that's what you do. That's great.
Yeah, that and just getting to know him a little better. Just off like some basic like small talk. It's just thank you for having me in the show.
Yeah, I mean, without being a dick, I love you guys, but I feel like I just got used for my space and not was part of the show. So I love you guys, but you guys can finish up, but I'm going to go outside and smoke cigarettes.
You good?
I have no problem with you guys. I just don't like. I just thought it was to be something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, this is the podcast.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's like I love Angel, but I was misled to I thought we were gonna have some time to talk about what I do and what my shit is, but
Yeah, that's what
That's what we were doing.
I
just
was
now.
answering your question.
No, he was asking like the mindset of how like you overcame all that stuff.
yeah, like after the fact when I asked him to ask about something.
I guess we continue without
we-
Scotty the Sandwich. That was the name.
Scotty Sandwich.
Scotty Sandwich, not the.
Nah, definitely not after that.
I'm not gonna
Sammy
lie.
Submarine?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not leaving until I finish my Strong Arm Bakery pumpkin pie.
Oh, it's delicious.
That's strong
I'm not gonna
arm
lie.
bakery, man. If you don't have a strong
got,
arm
like, a
pumpkin
chicken
pie,
pot
you don't
pie,
have
Sarah?
a pumpkin pie.
Is there chicken pot pie with the
it
thin
baked?
crust? Oh, yo.
Wait, do y'all really?
Man,
Yo,
You
that's
have chicken
winner.
in a bakery?
chicken pot
Chicken pot pie.
pies, man.
What? I mean, I'm just saying. I thought she was gonna say. I thought she was trolling you.
I thought she was trolling too.
Huh?
Oh shit!
Well, hey,
What is this?
They
what
got
is this city called?
sandwiches.
What is this? Oxford, man.
Oxford?
Oxford, bro. If you ever want some good pies, man, Oxford, North Carolina, man.
Yeah, North Cock It Back.
Yeah. That's the name of the game, man.
Look, we gonna have to start charging royalties on it.
Oh God, man, shit.
no, keep it like that, cause it was just keep it flowing, bro. I got you. I direct it.
Well, shit. Well, man.
So Newman,
Yeah, what's up?
what's the craziest insult you ever heard
Crazy insult to like me or in general?
to you? But like maybe let's say instead it inspired you.
Well, I'll tell you. I was about to, this podcast.
We
Nah.
dig deep, don't we?
But nah, I would
Newman's
say
like, this therapy.
man, yeah, who would have thought, man? Shit, but nah, I would say like
Therapy.
man.
Brought to you by
Compose.
Sheeraz Balushi.
Aromatherapy. But I'd say like, man, I was about to quit music. I ain't gonna lie. So me and Sheeraz had an experience one time. I was in the studio. These A&Rs came. I played them my shit. They weren't fucking with it, or like they weren't vibing to it and everything. They kind of ignored me and shit. So at that point, I got to like a crossroads in my mind, at least, where I was like, man, like I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I had here. I'll scoot over too. Like after that session went down and shit, I sat in the car with him. I'm like, man, I don't know about this shit anymore, man. Let me see. We gonna resituate. So I got to the point.
That's perfect. No, you good. I'm just getting that.
So we were sitting in the car and shit after. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this shit anymore. Like my ego was kind of hurt and shit.
Okay.
And like after that, like obviously Sheeraz being Sheeraz. Going, that man's like, nah, man, use that as motivation. Like pump yourself up and shit, and just keep going. And like The irony in the situation, that was like a month after we had moved to LA. So I was still new to the city.
Not even a month,
Not
bro.
even, it was like a week, like a week or two.
The first weekend.
So that was like my first experience like in the studio with A&Rs in like LA and shit. The irony is like after that period of time, I had listened to Sheeraz. I was, like I said, I was thinking about quitting. I kept on pushing with this shit. And eventually I got to the point where, like I said, it progressed. I kept on working with my music and shit to the point where in December, which was like, what is it, August? Like 4 months after, I have to count months now, people. 4 months after we moved to LA, I signed my first record deal with Empire. And so, like, if I would have quit, like, I would have never even gotten that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So if I would have quit that day, I never would have even gotten the single distribution deal that I got with Empire then. Right. So I kind of use that as a life lesson and just like with negative experiences in general. And like I said, he taught me a lot in regards to that. But in regards to just like dealing with negativity and dealing with like hate in general, like you can't let it get to you, man. That's the name of the game. Like it's the industry
keep it
full
rolling,
of hate.
man. You
Yeah,
just gotta keep it rolling.
It's the industry full of hate.
Enjoy what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Just don't take life so serious.
Facts, man. You gotta love what you do. And like I said, if you love what you do, at the end of the day, that's worth it more than any money or any contract or any deal they could ever buy. That's the name of the game.
Hey, just like Tomo told me today. He was in Congo, you know, that's like a third world country.
Shout out Tomo.
Yeah, shout out to Tomo, man.
Tomo, man. Yeah.
But
man.
yeah, he was just telling me, he's like, man, like, cause he's in the slums. Like you
Facts.
see you see AK-47 bullet holes, people walking around with AKs, and he was like, man. But even with all that, these are the happiest people I've ever seen. Facts, he said they were happier than people that really got it. You know what I mean? Like that says a lot. Like
that's
what I think about my bro. When you go to Pakistan with me, bro, you're gonna see so much love, bro.
Yeah,
he's gonna go, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna come with us?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Look,
I'm
man.
down.
Look, listen, man.
Yeah.
I've been to Mount Everest
Sarah,
before.
you wanna come paint with us in Pakistan? We'll give you your own house. We got lots of stuff.
She gonna get proposed to like 100 times a day. Just be ready.
Not just worth the thing.
But yeah, it's crazy how that shit works though. It's like the places that have absolutely nothing like materialistic whatsoever are always the happiest. And that's the thing we were talking about on the way over here too, is like, cause I've been to my fair share of foreign countries as well. And it's always that common theme that you run into. The happiest countries in the world are the ones that don't have anything. And I think that's something we all need to like take into account. Living here in the United States,
Absolutely.
I think we take a lot of things for granted that motherfuckers out there would love to have, but they don't need it in order to maintain their happiness.
Right.
So like, why the fuck would you stress about some bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you stress about?
You have nothing to complain about, man.
Yeah, like there's so many negative things that could happen, but in the grand scheme of things, like you alive, you here, like you doing what you love. Like ideally, you doing what you love, but like you making it happen by any means. And those are the types of people that I surround myself with. And that I fuck with too, because like that's how we've gotten to where we at right now. Like we just you attract people like-minded to you, and then like the rest is history. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we all about, my boy. Well said, my brother. Hey, this is the longest he's ever talked in front of a camera, right?
Hell yeah, I don't man.
Me either, bro. We both.
We always either like I'm doing my music videos and shit, and he's directing, or I'm directing music videos and shit. But it's
just
like
know we're busy all the time. We're having this podcast, man. It's amazing. What's up, my brother?
being able to share like what you thinking, because a lot of times you don't get to share what you thinking. So,
hey, Sarah, you any final words? No,
that shit fire as fuck, man. That shit fire as fuck.
It'll be our honor. My honor.
It's metaphorical, you know. To create a beautiful piece of art, one has to get messy.
I got something to say. I'm back.
What's up, man?
Well, if you guys are still recording, I just need to go on the podcast. If we're gonna have a fucking fight, and I'm gonna go and like put this on social media about being fucking mad about shit, can you at least get some more followers so I can actually tag your shit in my shit? Because right now you don't have enough. I can't actually tag you.
Wait, you can't tag me?
I can't tag your podcast right now.
Really?
You only have on Facebook. I can't tag you.
You still use Facebook?
I'm fucking 40 years old, motherfucker.
Man, I'm sorry, bro, but that shit was out. That shit was out 15 years ago, bro.
It's not even Facebook no more.
I'm an old fuck. I don't use anything. People just fucking come to me. So, I said, Doug, 6 songs, $1,000. Let's talk.
Let's do it. Hey, first charity event, the Newman charity.
First charity, man.
Will he get his first?
We should start GoFundMe for 2 things. Get one to fucking pay for his fucking record, and then two, get a fucking marketing person.
My first act of charity is gonna be hopping on a beat by him, man.
Oh, you don't even know my fucking gold, man. Like, he's
got some stuff.
Second you're done, I'm gonna fucking put you back in that other room.
Hey, hold on. Let's get this on record.
Yeah, let's get this on record.
My first movie. How much are you gonna charge me to produce it? It's gonna be like, let's say like an hour 15, hour 30 long. Funny movie, a comedy movie, like however,
Hey, you better
whatever.
have miles in it.
I'm like, you understand? Wait, hold on. You understand that a music producer and a movie producer are two different things, right? Like, you understand they do different things, right?
But I see you with the keyboard, man. I see it. It's just simplified.
No. You want me to score a movie?
Score a movie, yeah.
Okay, so you said produce a movie. I thought you want me to be movie producer.
My bad. No, compose the movie.
Oh yeah, compose. Yeah. I don't know, like fucking.
I'm just kidding, bro. You ain't gotta say that.
Levels. I can.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. We blur it out. This is 2020. When is this gonna drop?
Yeah,
2021.
you guys definitely have the fucking technology, man. Like, I fucking love the Nothing But a G Thing video, and they, like, no one has Nike hats on, so they're all blurred out.
That's true.
Right? You remember that when you were going? Well, you guys are fucking babies, so you probably fucking when the Chronic came out, you guys were all fucking still in diapers. So
I just got about.
It's probably why you're doing fucking real hip hop. I'm
Shots fired.
Nah, I was 6 years old when Chronic came out.
That's good.
Chronic.
Fuck. Wait, what year were you born?
90.
Okay, so I definitely can't be one of your parents. What year were you born?
Man, listen.
Okay, so that's not that. I don't need a fucking story. So you know what year you were actually born?
1997, baby.
97.
I might be one of your parents. What year were you born?
94.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay, so yeah, you might be questionable.
Sufy's like, oh, I'm an old geezer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you might be questionable, but
that's the story of my life.
yeah, I got better hair than that, so you probably don't have my genes. So. I got that fucking thick ass hair. Look at that. That shit ain't going anywhere. It's a little gray now.
That's the rock star hair.
Sometimes it goes fucking gray or not gray, red or blue or something. But
hey, we
I got that nice big fucking head of hair.
Change with the seasons?
And the curtains do match.
hey, Pantene Pro V, holla at us. we need a sponsor, man. We got us.
Blackbird Studios, Raleigh, North Carolina, best haircuts in the fucking world.
There you go.
You said sports clip?
Bitch, I played for my haircuts.
He said sports clip.
You said Bluebird?
Blackbird. Blackbird
okay.
Studios, Marie Craven, best fucking hairstyles.
You wanna say anything?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over your mic.
No. Oh, you're good.
I had to mansplain to these very unlike men how to fucking like be in the music industry. So, but you are an amazing artist, so I'm gonna let you take over. You're already more powerful than anyone in this room.
He's like, I was too overqualified.
You're already more talented than anyone in this room, so including myself. So
that's true.
Your opinion's fire.
Check it out.
You want the
I'm just happy to see everyone getting along again. That's all I care about.
My most loud enough to get over their mic, so.
There we go. We can share the mic.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How
you can probably hear me.
Question for you: how did it feel? Like what was your inspiration of that painting?
I mean the lighting.
Lighting?
was a big deal. Yeah.
Wow.
I picked up on the lighting, your cinematography.
Ooh, fancy.
Red and black was my
Hey, can you
colors.
Yeah.
Red and black. I have a little bit of pink and green going on in there, but
Yeah.
I was kind of the inspiration was tonight. Just hanging out with you guys, listening to the conversation.
Yeah.
You keep very weird and bad company. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's all positive vibes
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
good
Yeah,
vibes.
all
Hey,
positive.
get out of your house, man. Get out of your house.
shout out Strong Arm Bakery.
Yeah,
Strong
Strong
Arm
Arm
Bakery.
Bakery, man.
Shout out to
I brought
Strong Arm
Brought
Bakery.
some pie. Brought some
Delicious pie.
yeah.
The door?
Good bites.
Was that your sweet tea too?
No.
No, the tea I think was
I'm not
provided by the location.
I brought beer.
It's like I'm not that generous.
It's like a $20 pie. So
Oh,
Shout-
it tasted,
Strong.
It's
tasted
worth the
like one.
$20, trust me.
Shout out to-
Strong Arm.
yeah.
That's almost that
Strong
arm
They're,
strong.
they're not strong arming you with that price. It's fair price.
It's a fair price.
It's
They
a
also
fair
have chicken
price.
pot pies.
Yo,
Chicken
that
pot
I need
pies.
to try.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate you
Boy,
guys.
you better point that camera to me. Right? You better point that. All right, everybody.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Shot by Sufy, Sarah Claiborne, Newman,
Hell yeah.
Angel Gomez behind the
Angel.
camera over here eating up all of that
All the
strong
pie, you
arm
going for that
victory.
shit.
Just take the whole
strong
slice,
arm.
bro.
Yeah, take the whole pie.
Yeah,
man.
take the whole pie,
All that
bro.
hard
You
work
earned
you've been
it.
doing.
You earned it.
Y'all saw that moving on the camera.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
our
all
boy
Angel,
Angel
man.
Gomez,
All
man.
Angel.
That's our cinematographer. That you can put that in your credits.
Shot by Angel, man. If it ain't shot by Angel, I don't know who shot it.
Hey,
Unless it's Sheeraz.
It's a whole
Oh, he
bunch of
got the big
shooters in
piece.
here. Sufy, Angel,
That's true.
Sheeraz.
all right,
Sheeraz.
all right, everybody. We're out.
Thank you.
We're out. We're
For
gonna
sure. This
end
time
this
is for sure.
now. Stop the torture. End this episode now.
Hey,
Thank you for tuning
hey,
in.
they don't.
Wait,
they
wait,
don't
wait,
sell
wait.
us pay-